Hi, I'm Matt Patterson, Enterprise Reporter with the Oklahoman, and we're back with another edition of Zoo Tales. I'm joined today by Candace Reynolds and Erica Buckwalter, naturalists at the Oklahoma City Zoo. How are you guys doing today?
Good. Zoo Tales.
Zoo Tales, we're back. A lot going on. Tell us a little bit about what's happening this April at the zoo.
We do have a lot going on. April is always a busy month at the zoo. A lot of fun things happening. Something new and exciting. We are teaming up with Plenty Mercantile, which is a store down here in historic Automobile Alley, downtown, store downtown. And they are kicking off their Shop Hop, which is a series, it's a monthly series, and it's a special night. You go to the store, and they're gonna have some fun things, including the zoo will be there. So we're gonna be there. We're gonna have some games set up for the kids. Some of our educational animal ambassadors will be there. There's an opportunity to, with any purchase you make that night, Plenty Mercantile is going to give proceeds back to the zoo for our conservation initiatives. So we're really excited about that. That's a great partnership, and it'll just be a lot of fun. So it's 4 to 6, April 21st at Plenty Mercantile in Automobile Alley. So bring the kids, bring the family, come on out. There's a lot of stores that open and stay open late for this particular, it's like the third Thursday of each month. So this is the first of the series, and the stores stay open late, and you walk around, just enjoy the atmosphere and get something to eat.
Friday night or?
It's a Thursday night.
Thursday night.
It's a Thursday night, yes. So, but again, family friendly, a lot of fun, and we really appreciate our friends at Plenty Mercantile for the offer to give back to the zoo. So from the sales that night.
And you guys have some Keeper Connections coming up too, right?
We do.
Talk about what are people? What's the best part about Keeper Connections for visitors?
I think the best part is it's daily. Well, number one, it's something every day. But guests are always like, well, I want to know more about my favorite animal. I have some questions I want to ask, or what's its name? How old is it? It's all those things you want to know about our animals. The Keeper Connections is a great opportunity to ask those questions because you're meeting the rock stars of the zoo. It's the zookeepers. It's the people that take care of the animals every day. The schedules are available in the guest relations office, and like I said, we have Keeper Connections scheduled every day, and there's just a variety of animals that are featured. So everything from the sloth, Henry the sloth, you can learn a little bit more about him because he's a rock star, to the elephants and the rhinos,
condor,
flamingos. There's something for every animal lover.
And it is, I know you guys do a lot of enrichment stuff for the animals. This is enrichment for guests.
It is enrichment for guests, and that's perfect, absolutely, because the keepers have an opportunity to talk to the guests about the enrichment they do for their animals and their care. And our enrichment program is, it's daily. Enrichment is provided every day for our animals, and enrichment is that fancy word for something out of the ordinary. So it can be mental, physical, it can be a smell, it can be a food. It's just something new and different for the animal that gets them, excited.
Like I know one of the birds likes tearing up phone books.
Absolutely,
That's part of it.
I know. Phone books. We have chimps that love to read. Well, they don't read, but they love to look at magazines, and that's an enrichment for them. I mean, Cindy loves to sit up on the hill with a blanket and her, catalog of the day and look at the catalog. So yes, it is. It's the keepers will talk a little bit about we'll talk more about their enrichment programs, and it is enrichment for our guests. Absolutely.
And Erica, talk a little bit about that. I mean, there's some painting stuff that goes on.
Definitely. Painting is one of those things that a lot of keepers do with their animals. If you think about the way that we feel when mud squishes through our toes, it's kind of the same feeling for animals, and they enjoy it. I love my toes in mud. So I can only imagine the animals. But one of the things that we're doing at the zoo, and I'm very excited for it, is our Wild About Animals painting series. And we're going to do it for 4 months. It'll be May through August. The first one being May 3rd, and it's open to the public. So what this is it's a painting series where people come out and they're going to paint an animal at the zoo. So for example, the first one is our red panda.
So cool.
Yeah, and so after that, we'll do a flamingo, a caracal, which is a smallish big cat with cute little ear tufts.
Cute ears.
And then the last one we do will be a painted dog. Okay. But the neat thing about this, and I'm pretty excited for it, is
we're going to see a painting?
We're going to do something exciting with what the people are going to paint on. So right now I've got a wet canvas, and kind of as a treat to make this a little bit more of a keepsake for the people who are painting, I'm actually going to go ahead and get these canvases ahead of time, And then I'm going to use my animal ambassadors to kind of make texture on the back of the canvas. So what I'll do is kind of let them hang out and move around.
And this is Scooter,
this
right?
Is Scooter.
Scooter.
He's a box turtle.
Yeah, he's been here before, I think. Yeah.
So
Scooter,
what he's doing is
Picasso.
creating some nice texture on there, some nice scratches. So when people come in to, I know he's just moving everywhere.
Scooter's just having fun.
When people come in to paint, they'll have these, an animal print on there essentially. We'll do, a neat little game like, oh, can you guess who painted your canvas, and then they'll get to meet this animal ambassador at the end of the program. So if you look, there's some neat little scratches on there.
Definitely see the
Very
texture.
cool.
And so we've got several different animals that we can paint with, from a chicken to a turtle to a lizard or a snake. So there's lots of animals that can do this.
And I'm sure somebody might wonder, that's obviously non-toxic.
Non-toxic, washable, of
Absolutely.
course. We always want to make sure it's safe for our little critters that we have.
Very safe, yes. Good
And
job,
so,
Scooter.
it's like, yeah, thanks, guys. So the first of that painting series will be May 3rd from 6 to 8 o'clock, meeting at our education building. It is $40 for non-members, $36 for members. And it's fun for the whole family. It's ages 14 and up.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Very cool.
Goodbye, man.
I think, and you guys are doing that in the canopy, correct?
Yes, but we'll meet at education.
Very cool.
And I think we have somebody else here. It's
We do.
Try another.
it's
Look, painting fun with Erica.
Yeah, I
and
did bring
Scooter.
another animal with me that is also, an animal that's going to be able to paint and happens to be one of my favorite animals that I work with at the zoo.
and this is Astrid, right? It's a
Yes, this is
She's a bearded-
Astrid, and Astrid is a bearded
beautiful.
dragon. And so they come from Australia. They're very strikingly beautiful animals. They can have this bright orange. Some of them have purple that's not painted on them. But they're fantastic animals. And kiddos are like, oh my gosh, it's a dragon. Does it shoot fire? Well, no. But it does have some cool defenses. So you can see this awesome beard that they have under there with all the spikes. Well, when they're feeling threatened, what they do is they puff it up like this, and it turns black and spiky, and they bob their head up and down, which looks very silly to us, but very intimidating to any animal that's trying to eat them.
Bring it on.
And who would be a typical animal that would prey on the
Any kind of bird.
any bird? Oh wow, okay.
Yep, any kind of bird would. Maybe a dingo would come across.
Yeah.
A dingo ate my lizard.
You took it right out of my mouth, Erica.
Yes.
Where's Meryl Streep when you need her?
I know. Now, you guys also have volunteer recruitment coming up, don't you?
Yes, we do. Yes, we have volunteer recruitment May 7th. It'll be in our education building, the Rosser Conservation Center. You can touch him. Okay. It'll be at 10 o'clock. It'll have a brief overview of what volunteering is. You'll fill out an application there, and then we have on-site keeper interviews. So whatever area you want to volunteer in, whether it's Great Escape with our apes, or if it's carnivore or a children's zoo, you'll go into an interview with the keepers then, and then they'll let you know at a later date whether you're accepted or not.
Very cool.
And it's a fun way to serve your community or the zoo in a way.
Exactly. Yeah, you
It
get to hang
is.
out with animals.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
It really is. I mean, we get a lot of, college seniors that are looking, to start their careers, and they need some experience, and want to know a little bit more about the zoo world. We have retirees. We just get zoo fans, people that want to come out and spend time with the keepers and the animals.
Yeah, there's worse ways to spend your time. I think.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Volunteers are very important to us at the zoo.
They are.
Isn't today or this
It
week
is actually.
Volunteer
I was going to
Week?
mention that
It
it's
is
National Volunteer
Week.
Week. So.
That's right. We do. We love our volunteers. We have teen volunteers and people that help with horticulture. We have special event volunteers. Just a lot of great people that come and help us.
It helps keep the wheels spinning.
It
out there.
does. It does.
Well, guys, anything else you want to talk about? I think we've covered everything.
I think we're pretty good. The zoo is in bloom, as I'm sure we can all feel with our allergies, as Oklahoma's in bloom. But definitely come out and see us and see what's happening. And
I would
enjoy
guess the
keeper
crowds are
connections.
getting better.
The
We've had
crowds
some
are.
phenomenal weather.
Yes, we are. We've had some pretty good weekends.
But some of the best days to come are those a little bit drizzly days, because some of our animals are happy to be outside when it's cooler.
This is
There's
true.
not as many people there.
That's true.
Erica Buckwalter, Candace Reynolds, thanks for joining us today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.